Howdy folks, welcome to the channel Rockin' the Country. I'm Don and today is the day after Veterans Day in America. And so this is a belated one and it goes like this. It's a gift request of funRonni. So funRonni, thank you for the gift and the request. It's Tara Thompson's Heroes Need Heroes. And this is what Ronni said. Oopsie, I meant to send this video for Veterans Day. The singer is a cousin of Loretta Lynn's. Shocker there. Loretta was thrilled when Tara finally got a recording contract. I'm not sure why she isn't known yet. She writes her songs and has Loretta's blunt, sassy style. Anyway, I have a child serving in the military. I know she will never be here for holidays and I often don't know where she is. But it's what she wants to do. I worry, of course. I hope the video isn't blocked. Well, I hope it isn't too. It's Vivo, and Vivo is 95% blocked. But we're going to give it a whirl. So thank you to your daughter for her service, Ronni, and to you for being the mom who suffers behind the scenes, as most military families do on some level, even if they're not in bullet-strewn territories and such. It's still a sacrifice just being away from them, and Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas, all that stuff. And in your case, as you said here, you won't get to see her, but you do know she's doing what she wants to do. So I hope at some point she surprises you for Thanksgiving or Christmas. All right, guys, heroes need heroes. Thank you to the veterans out there, from Ronni, from me, from anybody who has such sentiments. I don't know this song.
I saw a woman in a veteran's hat, loading groceries in her truck. On her window there were angel wings and a name. They were wrapped around a month and a year, a helmet with a Spartan sword, and it said, "This is for the ones that fly away."
She's a very pretty girl.
So I asked her to tell me what it was, and her smile, it was sad. And she said, "My son, it's who it's for." There was an IED in Afghanistan. He survived and he came home, but in his mind he fought till he couldn't fight no more. I tried to save him, but that pill bottle, it was empty. He left a letter that I'm still carrying with me. Remember, someone always cares, even when you think they don't. The phone, it rings on both ends, so don't wait until it won't. Heroes, they need heroes to walk with every step. Sometimes even heroes, for them, the war ain't over yet. There's so many like 'em out there who put their lives on the line. There's a weight on their shoulders you'll never know. There's a common thread in each of us. It's the same thing we all need. sometimes even heroes. For them, the war ain't over yet. Heroes save heroes. Heroes save heroes. Heroes save heroes. Heroes. Yeah, heroes, they need heroes to walk with every step. 'Cause
There you go.
sometimes even heroes, for them, the war ain't over yet. I saw a woman in a veteran's hat, loading groceries in her truck.
Back.
On her window there were angel wings and a name.
War fighters. I haven't heard that expression, but yeah. Yeah. That gave me so many ideas. I had begun working on a project, oh boy, 10 to 12 years ago. And I spent a lot of time on it. Some folks actually even donated money to it, about $2,000 or so in total, to help me get this off the ground. I met with Joe Nichols. He tweeted the project I was working on his channel and so on. And God, I worked so hard to try to make this happen. And the idea was to make a national guitar. And I wanted the guitar strings to be made from metal from the fallen towers. And I had a gentleman, his name was Wayne, a really good Midwestern guy. He knew folks at the string manufacturing plants. He's like, we could get them. I know folks, they said they would turn their machines on a Sunday to smelt down the metal and get these strings made. And I contacted the 9/11 Museum. I contacted the metal factory, where the plant in Coatesville, Pennsylvania, where they actually made the structures, the original structures of the towers that stood, because even after they came down, they stood, because that was going to be turned into a museum. And there were so many stipulations. There was no metal available. The only thing that was available in Hangar 17 at JFK, which is where the metal was originally stored, as I recall, was a police car that was damaged in it. And nobody had claimed that for any particular reason. It wasn't used in a memorial somewhere. But the stipulation for the memorial places, I didn't need that much metal. I only needed like a little piece, because the strings don't require that much metal in them. And had metallurgists lining up and all this stuff to get it just right. And the guitar I had in mind to be kept at the 9/11 memorial, not outside, but inside in the museum, to where the family members of the deceased could play the instrument, or it would be used for folks perhaps like Hank Jr., Alan Jackson, certainly, and others who are extremely patriotic, even rockers. It doesn't have to be just country, but people who love the United States, to be played at 9/11 memorials and July 4th and other things, where those strings would actually be from the towers that had fallen, and they're still singing the song. And that's sort of the general idea. And I wasn't able to procure the metal, because there were memorials all over the country, in fact world, that got some of the metal pieces. You probably have one in your town. A lot of you folks have one in your town. But the stipulation was, if those towns got a piece of metal from the fallen towers, they were not allowed to alter them in any way. And so even though I only needed like a little piece off of a bunch of these different memorials, if it could happen, or some of the pieces were really big, I only needed a piece about this big, they weren't allowed to give it to me. So I made a lot of contacts, but I wasn't able to do it. But I'm listening, I'm watching Tara in this thing, and I'm getting reinvigorated again. And we'll see where it goes. Maybe I'll reach out to Joe again And he was very gracious, very kind. He's a good dude. I really like Joe. The two times that I met him. But I'd love to see Alan Jackson and other power hitters get involved with this, because there are other ideas I have, if we can't get the original metal, to make a national guitar. And there are definitely guitar makers out there that will donate a guitar, a specially made design guitar for a national guitar. That would be an honor to make one. But anyway, Ronnie, look what you got me doing again. Good Lord. And Tara, you too. Um, and yes, it is very, very much appreciated. And the guitar would be able to be played. This was the initial idea. I don't know how it would be instituted, carried out, monitored, all that stuff, but could be played by any of the family members or the descendants of those who lost their lives in 9/11. And then how would it transcend into people who, were, veterans, for example, because this was for Veterans Day. Ronnie, that was your original inspiration, but this is where my head goes in so many ways, on point, really, in a video like this. So I really like Tara's presentation of this. I like the subject matter. If it's blocked, my routine, I'll put the link in the description box. But um, by now, you'll already know if it was blocked, because earlier in the video, I would have put a blurb in there that said it was blocked. So I'm not rating it. I don't rate veterans, patriotic songs, if you will, songs that are homages to others and things like this. But Ronnie, really beautiful choice. I love the community that we have on the channel, because there's such a broad spectrum of knowledge and awareness of what's out there. Like, we all love country music. Some like Americana, some like folk more, some like bluegrass more, some like traditional more, like most of us love traditional. But even the newer artists out there, Montauk Ed, funRonni, others are aware of newer artists doing stuff that is appropriate for the channel. And I love that. So that's it, folks. Thank you to the veterans, including Ronnie's daughter, naturally, because she's serving now on active duty. So there you have it. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll see you on another video, and keep rocking the country.